friends, it's Aki Dearest. So I wanted to share one of these, what do you guys call them, like story time videos. Some YouTuber just sits down and shares some event that happened in their life, and it's so important and life-changing to the world that it cures disease, it solves world hunger, and so I decided to contribute to society by talking about something in my life. But anyway, so I was in Japan for about 2 months, a lot of you know that, and the entire experience was amazing. I had about 3 strange encounters, but it only made that experience much more memorable. It didn't change any opinion that I had on the country or the culture or the people. They're just strange encounters that I had where I'm like, okay, well, that happened. I might as well share it with some of my friends and with some of you guys. So the first one happened in Akihabara, which those of you that don't know, Akihabara is anime central of Japan. Imagine the Las Vegas Strip overrun by technology, electronics, and otaku and anime merch just everywhere. But I dedicate a day to this place whenever I do go, and I never noticed that there is this particular person that is there almost every single day. Now, if for those of you that have been to Akihabara, tell me if you've seen this guy, or if you haven't, like, keep your eye peeled for him now whenever you go. When you exit out of the gate, you will see there will be the Sega building, like this big red building, and then a bridge. During the crossing, there will be this old man almost every single day. He wears something like odd clothing and these sunglasses so you don't see his eyes, and most likely a hat, and he has a beard, and he just stands there where everyone's just walking, and he just looks off into the distance. Now, he's not some kind of street performer. It's actually not even that easy to find him the first couple of times because he's really just in the midst of people walking by. And so you're so busy trying to get to the stores that you don't even realize that there's this guy just standing there. I tried looking all over the internet to see if there was anything written about this guy, if there's a name for him that people give, or if there's any other pictures, and I have found nothing because I guess it's, maybe I just don't know what to look at, but I typed in old man in Akihabara and I don't really find much. But my good friend Mary is the one who told me about him, and Mary is the author for The Crawling City. You guys may have heard about him on the internet, but I'll put a link to his story and to a lot of his social media links that you guys can go support. He's an awesome dude and a really good friend of mine, and he goes to Akihabara almost every other day, and he told me, hey, next time you go, keep your eyes peeled for this guy. I see him almost every single day, and he's just this dude that stands there, and he's become kind of like the meme of Akihabara. It's kind of like that one rare character in every video game where if you talk to them enough times, or if you finish some special quest or progress far enough into the game, they will teach you a special move, or they will give you some special item. I guess I'll just call him Akiba Man. If I see Akiba Man enough times, and maybe if I talk to him at some point, oh god, that was scary, and maybe if I take enough pictures, I don't know, he'll teach me cut. I'm sure he's a lovely man, and you know what? The world's your oyster. You can do whatever you want. I'm sure he's happy and content with what he does, and to be honest, every time I go to Akihabara now, I keep my eyes peeled and make sure that he's there, because I'm like, ah, there you are. See, my first experience of when I saw him was, I got my camera, and as I was getting it out, he turns his head over and he kind of tilts his head, and then I put my camera up, and then he straightens it, and then he just stares at me. I snap the picture, and I don't even know if you're even really allowed to take pictures of this guy, but it doesn't seem like he minds. And as I put my camera back in my pocket, he just kind of like turns his body, looks at me walking away, and I'm just like looking back, and he just kind of waves, and I'm just like, okay, cool. The first couple of times I didn't find him, so this is a tip for you guys. If you guys want to try and find him when you're in Akihabara in Japan, don't go on a weekend, and don't go where there's maybe a festival, because it doesn't look like he shows up on the days where there's a lot of crowded people with each other. It seems like he comes on most likely like the weekdays, possibly on a Saturday if it's not too busy, but the most probable day to find him is maybe a Monday or a Tuesday, and he'll just stand there. And don't overcrowd him, don't try to bombard him too much, don't try to start conversation, because it looks like he's really happy with what he's doing. Appreciate that he's there living life the way that he wants it. I'm really glad that I found him because I've learned so much. My life has changed. Now again, I haven't found any articles about this guy, but I did write an article for myself talking about not only this man, but also other things that you guys can find in Akihabara that you may not have known about. I'll put a link to that in the description below that you guys can check out. The second encounter I had was in Koenji with Joey and Sebastiano Serafini, and a lot of you that watch Joey's channel, he made a separate video talking about this same event, and I just wanted to give my side of it. We're in Koenji, and we're with Seba, and we decide to go into the art district, and the owner of this clothing store says, okay, yeah, see you guys, if you guys want, there's an art gallery next door. There is no next door. In fact, it was just a little alleyway, and I didn't really notice the alleyway until I saw this really crumpled up piece of paper being taped on the brick wall next to it, and it just had like an arrow pointing in, and it had like a sketch of a bunny. It reminded me of like when you see free candy written on the van, and everything about it just kind of says don't come near me. But of course, you know, actually no, not of course, I didn't want to go in there, but Sebastiano just walks in, and I thought, you know, he knows the area. This place does look a little bit scary, but hey, I'll follow him, and I'm with him and Joey, so you know, it makes me a little bit more comfortable. Why not? So we go down this alleyway, and it's shoulder to shoulder with the walls. It's very, very narrow, and I told Seba, I'm like, what's in here? What could possibly be in this very cramped place? He's like, I don't know. So he sees this door off to the side, and it's a sliding door. He opens it, and there's this white room, very small white room, and in the middle of it there's this man dressed in a bunny costume with another man that wasn't wearing a costume staring at him, and they both immediately lock eyes with us. And during that moment, I immediately put in a little bit of a gasp. Like, it was just a natural instinct, and I really wanted to keep my composure just to not offend anybody, but when you see something like that in a small alleyway, you can't help but feel like you're in some kind of danger or in potential danger. And so I immediately put my right foot out the door. I looked at Seba, and I wanted to see if he was about to leave, but instead he just says, hello, and the guy in the bunny costume says in the highest voice ever, he's just in Japanese, oh, hello, nice to meet you, I'm It didn't look like Seba or Joy wanted to leave yet, so I just tried breaking the ice, and so I just asked the bunny in Japanese if he speaks English, and he's just like, no! And I had just this very nervous look on my face of just not knowing what to think, but wanting to leave. There was also this very small table in the corner of the room, and it had some of his merchandise there, which was really just pins and I think maybe like little prints of this very badly drawn bunny character that he was dressed up as. And he gave us his business card, which was also on the table, and it looked like that the other guys were ready to leave just as much as I wanted to. So as soon as we leave, in the most composed way possible, when he closes the door, I immediately just asked Seba, what was that? What just happened? But while I'm asking this, we're all still bursting out laughing, trying to comprehend what in the world we just saw. At the same time, we felt like we just escaped from potential danger. And Seba, he was just laughing his butt off. And then I told Seba, I said, what inclined you to go through this alleyway for us to experience that? And then Seba said, hey, give me some credit that I at least knew how to play the situation. How many people do you know would have just said, hello, how are you? By the way, do you know my other friend? Okay, I give you props, Seb. At least you knew how to handle the situation in just casual conversation. I really don't know how I would have handled it. I probably would have just said, hey, oh, I thought this was something else. I'll just go. Something like that. I don't know what I would have done. I know I wouldn't have stayed as long as Seb did. Joey didn't talk about this in his last video, but 2 weeks after that encounter, Sebastiano texts me asking if we wanted to go hang out with the bunny again. Like, I mean, outside of that little room. Like, we're gonna go somewhere else and just hang out with him. And I texted Seba saying, I'm good, man. Or no, I think I said, I'm okay. I think there was some miscommunication because I meant, I'm okay, meaning I'm good, I'm out. Like, you can go hang out with him. Because Seba then called up the bunny to go schedule a hangout, and Seb then says the day before that was supposed to happen, hey, what time do you want to meet up? And I told him, what are you talking about? We didn't schedule a meetup. He's like, with the bunny. I said I was good, like, I'm okay. He's like, yeah, so when do you want to go hang out? And I said, no, Seb, I meant I don't want to, but thank you for the offer. And it looks like that Seb still hung out with the bunny, and Seb then sent me a bunch of videos of the bunny, and he's still in character to this day. I personally still don't want to say his name. No, I don't follow him on Instagram, but I do have some of his stuff on his Instagram saved. I'm pretty sure Joey said this to you guys. The main reason I don't want to share who this guy is because I don't think he wants that kind of attention. He's one of those guys that strictly just kind of wants to be known in Japan, so I don't think you guys should bombard him. But anyways, so that was the second encounter. The third encounter I had was in Shibuya, which is a really big city in Japan, and it was on what is called Golden Week, which is when all of the salarymen and all of the really busy working people, they have an entire week off to themselves or to just spend with their loved ones. And so this is the time when they can go out, loosen up a little bit, have fun. And during this time, there was a night where me, Joey, and our personal friends, we wanted to go out and just have dinner and just have some fun. And as the night went on, I think it's almost like 11 p.m. And so Joey and the guys, they want to just stay, have some guy talk, and just drink and just have fun. And so me and my other female friend, we wanted to go around Shibuya, and we just wanted to walk around, maybe go shopping. And you know, we told the guys, hey, we have our phones, we'll text you if something happens, we're gonna go around. And they were just like, okay, cool, we'll see you then. We go out, and as soon as we go out, there's a lot of people everywhere. And so there is this really big group of guys that are very, very drunk, somewhere in a dark part by this building, and by that building there's a really cool arcade. And so I was just like, hey, let's go over there, I want to go play some games. So I go over there, and you know, I play a few crane games, and my friend, she's just texting some of her friends. I think she was texting her boyfriend too. Eventually needed to go meet up with the guys again, but we needed to go find out where to go meet. So as she's texting him, we go outside and we just try to figure out, okay, where are we gonna meet them? That group of guys that were really drunk, I think like one guy and a couple of his friends, they came in our direction. His friends stay in the back. I think they're like leaning on a pole. The main guy, he comes up to me this close, and he reeked of alcohol, and he comes right up to me and he asks Japanese. In Japanese, I just said I'm from America, and then he asks again. He's just like, Japanese? Oh no, sorry, I'm not. He asks again. My girlfriend, she then said no, 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 like in the most aggressive tone ever. And unfortunately, I wish I could be like that, but unfortunately I'm not. As soon as I said that I wasn't Japanese, he then smiled, looked back at his friend, and then they both laughed, and then he got closer to me, and then that's when my friend said no, 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 and she pulled me away. I don't know if they were following us, I didn't check, and she just texted the guys saying, hey, we just got harassed, let's go meet up at this place. So I really didn't know how to handle that, but I guess when that happens, you really just have to put your foot down. But I could just be speaking from the fact that I'm just not that kind of person that really knows how to put their foot down in that kind of situation. I mainly just ignore or just kind of walk away. My lessons learned, a lot of you out there probably already knew what you would have done, but I guess I just didn't know how to be aggressive in that situation, because if I didn't, I really don't know what would have happened. But then again, I had my friend there, but if I was alone, I really don't know what would have happened. I probably could have been taken advantage of, but yeah, that's just another story that I wanted to share with you guys. Very strange experiences, very, very strange encounters, but my lessons learned. So I guess that's really it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have had any strange encounters in Japan. Let me know if you guys have ever seen the guy in Akihabara. Really like looking forward to people knowing if he has like another name for himself. And the other ones, I guess just tell me if you've had anything like that happen to you. If you've seen a bunny in a white room and you felt like you were about to die, let me know about that. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and subscribe to my channel for more anime and otaku related content, and I guess in this case, some personal stuff from me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!